I'm getting you back, chat. That actually went really good, except for my own phone going to sleep. But that's okay. I was just like, why did the prompter stop? The prompter stopped going. Oh no. Hence a little snuggle there.
I guess Pikachu in a wetsuit would actually be not so good. What with it being all insulated and stuff, you wouldn't really be able to use all this fancy.
It's not like a full rubber gimp suit. I think it'd be fine. It's like wetsuits are like neoprene or something.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, though a Pikachu. I'm sure someone's drawn a Pikachu in a gimp. I'm sure someone has blasted rope to a Pikachu in a gimp suit. That was a descriptive pair of words.
To be fair, that people have probably done that to Pikachu in a wetsuit as well.
That is true.
All right, I'm gonna.
Chat's just like, why? Well, as you can see, chat, I'm feeling a lot better.
Hi, chat.
You're gonna make somebody else do some things if you keep whispering. The Paul Samar. Wait a minute.
Wow.
How are you feeling, James?
Hey, everybody.
Did you have the flu? Sorry, James just walked in.
Sure. But it's gone now. Whatever it was, it's gone.
Yay.
I don't know if you can get over a flu in 5 days.
What was that?
I don't know if you can get over the flu in 5 days.
I mean,
If
James
you
can.
sleep for 90 hours, you sure can. I don't know.
Well, you look better, but don't bring your germs near me, you bastard. Sorry, I'm literally still getting over my cold. Hi. All right, let's talk about the after show. Let's talk about some other stuff.
Alrighty. So, stories we did talk about.
It's patient zero.
So yeah, there's what is in the outro there. Niantic is doing these like.
Yeah, I actually know all about this. I didn't feel like because like I'm still up on like the Pokes Goes, even though I don't play anymore.
Clearly, you are if you call it the Pokes Goes.
Nobody calls it that. No, I don't play Pokemon Go as much anymore, and I'll tell you exactly why I stopped. Last, like at the end of summer, they were like, do all the raids for all the legendary Pokemons, and it was great, but exhausting. Like Ash and I walked like something like 15 kilometers in one day together to like try and catch all the legendary Pokemon, because there's no guarantee you get it after you did a raid. So it was like RNG. So that was crazy, ridiculous stuff. And then like I exhausted myself, and I have a lot of other work and like stuff I need to take care of. And then they're like, surprise, more raids. And I was like, actually, no, I'm done.
I'm all rated out.
I am past the point of caring. And then like you had to like get into like the exclusive EX club to get Mewtwo, and I was just like, ah. Yeah, Foxmar, I still play Pokemon Go, but I have one legendary that got the first day that raids were a thing. Yeah, like the problem is like if you don't have time to go raiding, or you don't have like a big active community in your area, it sucks. Like raids are fun when there's a lot of people, but if there aren't a lot of people, like then they're impossible for you. Like they're impossible for rural players. So unless you like come into town for a day, and they're exhausting. And they're exhausting to your phone battery. So anyhow, I'm sort of tapped out on Pokemon Go. But they released Gen 3, which I'm sort of subtly doing, and I think they're trying to like encourage people to come back and play more regularly now. So they're doing these things called community days, where once a month they do something fun for the community. But the thing is, like, they're going to do a special Pikachu that's going to be available for a 3-hour window. And if you got to work, or you have other commitments because you're an adult, or you're in school, like you're a teenager or a college student or like a kid, or you have a child and you can't just like go out and go Pokemon going, then you have no hope of getting this. So people are actually kind of annoyed. They're like, if it's going to do a community day, make it available the whole day. Because 3 hours is like, not everyone can just, you know, Unless it's literally spawned everywhere and it's just a matter of like turning on your phone.
Maybe they'll...
3 hours? Which time zone? That's ridiculous. Yeah, I know.
Maybe they'll like cycle it through. Like there'll be another Pikachu Community Day.
Yeah,
in a
but
few
like
months.
if you want this Pikachu with like surf or something like that, I don't know. Yeah, if you aren't homeless, jobless, or millionaire, you can't get the Pikachu. Basically, yeah, a lot of people are really sort of annoyed that they're like I get that they want it to be special, but like 3 hours is just like.
Also, you'd think like if you were doing a special event for January 20th, you would do like there's like a billion snow Pokemon. Why do Pikachu surfing?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how the whole 3 hour time frame works, but I just know that people are like, that sucks. Because, like, I have a very flexible job. I think of all workplaces, if I was like, I need to go outside and catch Pokemon right now, I am at a place where I can do that. But still, like...
That has happened in the middle of shooting on several occasions.
Yeah,
Not just you. Like, large groups of the office have left because there was a Pokemon near.
Yeah, but you know, the 20th is a Saturday, so that helps. Lots of people work on Saturday. I work on Saturday. In fact, Saturday is one of the worst days for me. Like, if it was like a Thursday, yeah, I could be just like, because like Thursday, mostly I just edit all day. But like Saturday, I like, sometimes you're busy. So.
Anyway.
This is Pikachu with a special ability. So next up on our list of cool stuff.
Let's see. Starting from the beginning, we did the the Final Fantasy 12 new game minus.
Yeah, it's basically just a difficulty booster because lots of people are like, I wasn't joking when I said that the no sphere grid, no Crystarium. That's a big thing in Final Fantasy.
And the thing is,
you get overpowered in those games so easily.
But the thing is, when you're doing it as like a challenge to yourself or whatever, it's actually quite difficult to avoid leveling up.
Yes,
like there's very complicated things they have to do to avoid leveling up.
Oh yeah.
So so having a mode that does that seems.
I mean, that's why the no sphere grid challenges started taking off because you just never touch that, and it's very easy not to level up. Sims 4 patch notes. Sims 4 continues to be patched. It continues to be funny.
Yeah, I love I think my favorite is you will now be given enough time to take care of your neglected baby after you neglected your baby notification.
Because I think before it was like, you've neglected your baby. Your baby is criminally neglected.
Your baby's dead. You did that to your baby.
Don't even say that. That's horrible. Stellaris is getting like I didn't actually name them, but they're like they're kind of funny.
My favorite thing is that it's like the different super killer weapons are available like to different factions, and it's like you can use this one as long as you're one of the non-pacifist factions.
Yes,
and it's like, oh really?
Yeah,
really?
A pacifist faction can't use like the classic Death Star of just blowing the planet up.
They're fine with encasing them in the slave shield though.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good way of dealing with people that you don't want to deal with.
That was if anybody saw my on things on my stream, the playthrough I did of Star Control 2. That was actually like a big plot point. Is there's two factions of the big bad guys who have a disagreement about what to do about all the other races in the galaxy. One group of bad guys wants to encase everybody in slave shields, and the other one just wants to destroy everybody. They're having a big debate about it, and you're like, "That's cool. You guys go and do that. We'll be doing stuff over here."
Yeah, I'm just gonna go over here. Detective Pikachu's coming out. I knew this because, like, one, I kind of figured that they're gonna put out a game if they're putting out a movie, which apparently has like Alex Hirsch writing it and like Ryan Reynolds doing the voice for Pikachu, which makes more sense once you've seen the trailer for the actual Detective Pikachu game and how they've localized it. He does have like sort of an older male voice. That's very cool. I'm looking forward to playing that. Heather was basically like kicked open the door and was like, "I'm claiming it for New Day Tuesday." But maybe I'll see if I can like join her for a couple hours because it looks like a fun game.
Yeah, I was really hoping they were going to get Ryan Reynolds in just to do like the Pika Pika Pika.
Yeah. Oh, and as the Angry Redbird points out, they're doing an amiibo for the game, which is huge. It's like double size.
It's giant. I don't
It's like
think.
13 centimeters tall.
I feel like it
I
should.
might buy that just to have a Detective Pikachu amiibo.
I feel like it should. You have the thing where like you put the amiibo, in like Zelda, and you get like a special thing. When you use this Pikachu, the Detective Pikachu amiibo, it should be like a more powerful amiibo.
It helps you find clues in the game.
Yeah. But like when you use it in other games, it should do the same thing as the Pikachu one does, but like twice.
It's just like two Pikachus standing on each other. And then stuff we didn't cover. Kirby Star Allies is coming to Switch. It's the first new Kirby game in quite a while. Well,
Yeah.
it's not like an Epic Dreamland, like a 2D, like side-scrolling classic Kirby style game with multiplayer.
I'm kind of excited. Like I'm a big fan of the Kirby games, and got the co-op multiplayer, so that could be fun for a stream.
I was actually thinking that too when I was reading the story. It's not particularly funny. It's like a Kirby game is coming.
The main thing that I thought was funny about it is because the new mechanic in it is this like friend thing, so you can like get your enemies to like help you out, and sort of they'll like follow you and stuff, which is historically Kirby doesn't really play well with others. Usually how he gets his enemies to help him out is he eats them.
Yeah. Then they live in a horrifying world inside his tum-tum.
Yeah.
And then they die. Well, we'll see. Let's see. Hey, Paul. You like fighting games?
I like watching fighting games.
Well,
I'm
hey,
not very good at them.
What would improve your watching of fighting games? Would it be for massive fan service and pendulous anime boobies bouncing around?
That sounds like it would be a great fighting game.
What about collectibles and alternate costumes that you can do, like little mushrooms on top of heads?
I've always wanted more mushrooms on top of people's heads.
Well, then fantastic. You're going to love the Women of SNK fighting game that's coming out. It's a fighting game with lots of sparkles and lots of bouncing boobs, and all the characters are female, and you can dress them up and accessorize them, and they're pretty, pretty dollies that are very cute, and then you have them punch each other.
And they also kill each other.
I'm guessing this is like not necessarily a hardcore fighting game, but I'm guessing it's going to sell really well.
I saw what I love in the comments on this story. I saw a great post. Someone was like, because there's the old like vote with your dollars thing, right?
Yeah.
That people always say. And someone was like, is there some way I can voice my approval of this as a general concept, but not in this specific instance?
Yeah, exactly. It's very fan servicey. But like, I mean,
It's like the idea of like a fighting game with all female cast could be super cool.
It's not necessarily, it's not just a softcore fighting game. It's more like cute. Like, because you can dress them up in cute costumes and stuff like that.
Like
and it is a fighting game.
Like, it's not like beach volleyball. It is actually a fighting
But
game.
apparently the beach volleyball games are also good beach volleyball
Are
games.
they?
Right? Like, it's definitely sort of the same thing where it's like, I feel like it's a decent game, but it's very fan servicey. So, Skullgirls, cute or creepy? I think it's more cute than creepy because it's got lots of sparkles and stuff, but they have their big boobs, right? And their bikini tops. So it's that perfect Japanese blend of cute and creepy, right? It's both. This is a really cool story, but understandably, it sort of turned into a non-story because it got patched immediately.
Yeah.
Fortnite, which, as you are aware, sort of introduced a battle royale style mode, a glitch. People found a glitch where you could clip into the sub-ocean and then go beneath the map, but still be able to like see everything and shoot people from beneath the map.
Because normally when you go in like the sub-ocean, you don't actually see the floor above you, so you can see all the stuff, and nobody can see you because you're below the ground.
Yeah, because you're in the sub-ocean.
And you just can like take pot shots of it. Yeah, as you might guess, they patched that one right quick.
Very fast, like I think a couple of days. Probably that was somebody pulling some 25-hour days.
But yeah, I guess somehow there was like sub-ocean, but it wasn't just like go to the sub-ocean and fall forever. You could actually like walk around.
Yeah.
It was like a sub-basement more than a sub-ocean.
So that's been patched out, so that's why I'd want to cover it, because, like, there was a thing and they dealt with it immediately, as you should, because this is a game-breaking bug that people were using to exploit. And what they're going to do is they're going to look at individual players' records. They're not going to ban everybody who used it, because I'm sure some people probably just went in to check it out. Right?
Yeah.
That's not a ban-worthy offense, going out of bounds, if the game lets you go out of bounds. You know, that's fun. You know, but like if people were consistently like, you know, going and doing that, people might get banned.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have like, you know, if they have like all the stats for like where people are dying and where they are shooting and stuff, and be like, well, this person fired from minus 500, you know, whatever. Yeah. It's like, that's suspicious.
Yeah, we're talking about Fortnite, which is sort of it's like a multiplayer destructible environment game, and then they introduced a battle royale mode, which has become incredibly popular because everybody loves battle royales right now. I don't want to talk about this too much. I mentioned it a little bit in the pre-show. There's this awful, very racist meme going around, Ugandan Knuckles, and I don't want to explain it. There's a pretty good article on Polygon if you need a primer, but it's long because it's, like I said, it's like 6 layers of references deep, my dude. It's
basically just a testament to how, with enough effort and will, pretty much anything can be manipulated into being offensive
and annoying, really annoying.
What's really cool though, and part of sort of what this story was, is that the official Sonic Twitter account,
which is very on the ball about all of this kind of like meme stuff.
Yeah, they've been historically they've been actually really good. It's just a solid Twitter account.
It is actually,
you know, but they did a very good sort of send up of this meme and just sort of laying down some serious. Laying down the law on people who are doing this, and then
linking to a development charity, which was very nice. There's a bunch of stories we talked about. More stuff is happening in Destiny. I'm gonna let Graham talk about Destiny next week. I'm sure he'll have plenty to talk about. Destiny 2 is a rich, bubbling cauldron of opinions and fury.
Yeah, it's just
I don't play the game.
Opinions.
Yeah. The big thing about this is people are, you know, there's this
chat dead.
Might have slowed down or something. But the big thing is this whole idea that like people are that so much progress that was made in Destiny 1. Like at the end of Destiny 1,
you'd think
things were doing really well.
You think they would have taken those lessons and put them into Destiny 2, but no.
And then they lost all this stuff, and now they're announcing these things again as new features, and people are like, "Yeah, that was great when it was in Destiny 1.
Yeah.
Why did you take it out?"
Yeah. I'm gonna let G weigh in on it. I have no opinion. Like, I mean, I have opinions on Destiny, but not to the same degree that he does. Gravity Rush. The Gravity Rush 2 server. Now, and I know you're thinking, Gravity Rush 2, I vaguely remember that game as like a single-player gravity manipulation game that came out on the PS4. Yes, but it did have a server for like leaderboards and sending other players challenges and stuff.
There was an online mode, but it's not the main part of the game.
No, you can play it offline just fine. And so Sony was going to be shutting down the Gravity Rush 2 server in January, and fans basically rallied and like tweeted at Sony and like started a hashtag campaign, and now it's going to be shut down in July.
So they pushed it back at like 6 months.
So
we talked about this last week actually. The part of the problem is that there's a bunch of collectible items like costumes and things that you could only get through the online thing.
Yeah.
And so people were like scrambling to be. They're like, I'm not going to be able to get this stuff once the server goes offline, and I really like this game, and I want to get all the collectibles.
Now I have to get all of the collectibles on a huge deadline.
So I guess they have more time to do it now.
Excellent. Speaking of things that are going offline, or in fact things that went offline, all of Activision's Transformers games have been pulled from digital stores as of December 31st, 2017. Yeah,
these are the War for Cybertron ones, which are really great games, actually.
Yeah, well reviewed.
But
apparently the license is up.
Yeah, this is a weird thing that's. I feel like this never used to happen.
No.
I don't know how people are licensing things now, but you know in this case, it's not just like the music thing like Alan Wake had. This is actually like the Transformers license has expired.
Yeah. And like maybe
Which it seems weird that you would
just
even
let it expire,
or that you would that would be the terms of the license, that you could only you think it would be for that game, not for X amount of time.
I think they probably just signed an agreement like 10 years ago. I think it was a 10-year license they had or something like that. And then it's out, and maybe they're in the process of renegotiating. It seems silly because there's some pretty recent games in there that would probably still be selling at least some copies if they were available online. So maybe they'll come back, who knows, or maybe Hasbro is going to license the Transformers license to somebody else, and they'll have to cut a deal with Activision to get these games online, or maybe they're gone forever. Archivists are just sweating the thought of just the game vanishing into the ether. Yeah, and a very dedicated modder. This is I think this is impressive rather than funny.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't really see what the joke here is. Has created an entire women's soccer database for Football Manager 18. So as you know, women football, soccer, football UK. I'm just going to start saying football because mostly. So a modder has created has gotten all of the stats for all of the professional women's football teams in the UK, and I think it's mostly the UK, and but some in Europe, and made a huge mod for Football Manager 18. And so now you can play and manage the women's league, right? All the players start as free agent, and it's hundreds of players that this person's put in.
And it's
incredible. It's an incredible amount of work. It's very impressive, actually.
Yeah, and apparently, there have been a little, in I believe one of the more recent FIFA games, there was a small subset of the women's league that you could do some stuff with.
But this is everything.
But this is the first time that somebody has, that the entire women's league has been in a game like this. Or not the entire one, but it's not such a large chunk.
Yeah, I believe it's all of the professional teams in the United Kingdom, where they have quite a few, and some of Europe, but I don't know about any of the North American players, but it sort of depends. So, the joke is that this didn't happen officially. I mean, this should be, why wasn't this already a thing? This should be a mode in Football Manager 18, and this person, whoever the modder is, has done stuff like this before to add some women pros into other versions of the game, but this is the first time, basically, you have been able to play the game with a complete set of professional players. Obviously, I don't think this mod changes the character models and stuff like that, but as we know, for the Football Manager wonks, it's not watching the players and having them look like the actual players that's the important part. It's the stats. It's the management and the tracking. That's where the action is. So.
No, I don't think you can play them it actually is a complete mod. It takes out all the regular players and replaces them with And as somebody pointed out, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some, in terms of why they're not there by default. I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of those things where, because a lot of these sports stuffs have very Byzantine licensing things going on with them.
Byzantine's a good word for it.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was, some that they're. They have to negotiate with the different leagues separately, and it's not football harem anime. It's literally Football Manager with the stats and abilities of all the professional women in the game. So it's exactly the same game. I guess if you want to refer to as the other game as a football harem anime, technically, because you've got to get people for your team and stuff like that. But it's not about that. Except for the anime part.
It's about the stats. People love their football management. It's kind of a light week for news this week.
Well, things are kind of last week was really dire. Things are kind of ramping up,
They're catching up.
Because obviously over Christmas and the New Year's and stuff, there isn't as much stuff going on. So we're kind of getting back into it now. But
but that's all the news we had flagged.
All right, well let's see about welcoming some people.
Yay! Cool statistics, says Contingent Cat.
Yeah.
The important part is the prices you charge on concessions. Yes, and you can get down to that level in Football Manager. Discount the beer. Raise the prices on the hot dogs.
I didn't think
Riots
that
all
the
time.
manager of the teams make that choice, but who knows? Maybe they do.
Football manager is a big deal for some people. Oh my God, yes.
I mean, anyway. All right. Thank you, everybody who is watching and subscribed and supporting us. But in particular, thanks to these people.
Charlie Weber, 45, is a new subscriber. Welcome to the Lur family.
Stofern for 52 months. Boop.
Phoenix Millier for 45 months says, Dice Friends, hypoo, 40 points of acid damage.
Hope that doesn't happen. Admiral Memo for 48 months.
Devin Sanity for 49 months. Holy crap, that's a long time.
Mr. Flip for 53 months, speaking of which.
Holy. T. Stodden for 49 months says, now starting my 5th year at throwing my money at people and content I've enjoyed. Thank you
so much.
Your incredible support.
Sir Sputnik for 7 months.
S.A. Jewers for 21 months says, now streaming technical difficulties. We had very few technical difficulties today.
Zabaron for 51 months.
Cosmic Duct Tape for 5 months says, first we tape lights, then we tape checkpoint. I see what you did there.
Can Play Games for 13 months. A baker's dozen. I should get some bagels.
Oh, bagels. Rawr for 14 months.
Philemon for 10 months. I want a new sub.
Fearitude for 14 months. That was definitely the musical reference I was going to make.
Kane SD for 49 months.
Orion Pax 21 for 19 months. Now chat wants bagels.
Lance Cross for 48 months. Sniping another year from the sub-ocean. Thanks for all the good times.
And thank you for 951 bits from A's and Insect, Valhalla Knight, Rock Pusher, Earthen One, NQBW. Christ, why is that so hard? NQBW and Gap Filler. Thank you guys so much. Somebody had a question about who is piloting They Are Billions tomorrow on New Day Tuesday.
It's going to be James.
It's going to be James.
With, I believe,
Cameron.
Cam co-piloting.
Cam co-piloting. Cam is going into the germ chamber. Let's see if he comes out in this unscathed.
Literally in a drift chamber for 3 days.
Yeah, it's true. He just came back from PAX, so maybe.
Let's see, maybe they'll both.
Except this is the one thing that wasn't at PAX.
Yeah, maybe their germs will combine together into one sort of super germ, and then we have to lock them into the streaming office forever and just slide very thin food under the door, like slices of ham and cheese singles. Very thin falafel.
That's something to look forward to.
I mean, we'll set up a webcam if that happens.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just lots of flatbreads.
Yeah. And then, hey, what's happening tonight, Paul? At 5 o'clock.
Very nice.
What are we doing together?
We're going to be playing some D&D.
Yay!
Very excited for this is our brand new series, Dice Friends. We're going to be starting on our first campaign with our good friend Dale is going to be DMing. And I think it's going to be super cool. Mm-hmm. So it starts at 5 o'clock.
5 p.m. Pacific.
5 p.m. Normally our Monday night stuff starts at 6, so.
Well, we're trying to start earlier.
Yeah,
though.
we wanted to start earlier in case it goes late or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's starting at 5 o'clock, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're playing a Tabaxi Monk.
I'm a Tabaxi Monk.
I'm playing an Elf Rogue. And Graham's a Gobbo.
Yep, Graham's a Goblin Warrior, and
Beige is a Dwarf.
Beige, yeah, is
I can't remember his class, though.
He's a cleric.
He's
an albino dwarf cleric.
An albino dwarf cleric. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's so fluffy.
Yeah.
What about Tinker Tailor Soldier Fry? We still got a death pool going. That's right. While we're doing D&D, Tinker Tailor Soldier Fry and Matters of Import are moving to Tuesday nights. We're doing D&D on Monday nights just because of how the scheduling worked out for Dale. So a couple things are shifting around and stuff. So yeah, new year, new stuff. Mm-hmm. So please join us for that tonight. It's going to be super fun.
Also, I would guess that you could probably do a death pool for the D&D game too.
Oh, crumbs! I need to go home.
I'm hoping that's not going to be the case.
I left all my dice at home. I have a very nice set of dice. I'm excited to use them.
We have a dice for important roles.
That's true, but I want to use my dice.
It's true. It's true.
There goes my sleep schedule.
Using your own dice is a very important part. Oh, and for those of you who are asking about it, one thing we are going to try to do with this, which is a little different from our regular streams, is that we're hoping to put it up on the main
Loading Ready Run
channel, and we're going to try to do some sort of audio version of it for your podcast listening pleasure.
Yeah, because everybody likes D&D, but I realize that not everybody is able to watch weekly. So if we can get up a video and an audio version, then you don't have to feel so neglected because you missed out.
So we'll see how that works. Hopefully, hopefully it'll translate into audio okay. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's something we're going to try for this.
I mean, it's all a theater of the mind anyhow, right?
Exactly.
Oh, and Rivals of Ixalan is out today. Yay!
All right. Well,
that's it.
Yeah, we will see you guys in a not very long amount of time.
No.
At 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time for the first Dice Friends. So, see you later.
Bye, everybody.